over the world to the home of the heart matters. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
Hi guys, welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Show for your daily dose of Maukweli, great truths that those who are here for those truths, and those who are not here are trying to run away from those truths because sometimes they are very bitter, very strong, conk. Have you gotten yourself a copy of this book, Healing Your Inner Self to Commence Your Best Life? Please get a copy. It goes for 1,000 bob. Just make your order on the WhatsApp number on your screen and we're going to get it to you wherever you are. You could be in Uganda, South Africa, anywhere around the world. We're going to get the book to you. It's an amazing book. It sets the compass. So we want to talk about how to attract great people and destiny connectors in your life.
Yeah. So the most important thing in your life is not your salary. It's your connections, it's your relationships, it's the people you are meaningfully attached to.
Okay. People
you can call on at time of need. There's a book called The Speed of Trust, I'm just forgetting the author. They were saying when there is trust, there is speed. When there's no trust, things grind. You are forced to take the official channel or being evaluated or being checked. But when there's trust, you can just make a phone call and money shows up in your account.
Right.
But just a phone call.
Yes.
Relationships can make your life move faster. But are we told that? No, we are told hard work pays. Education is the key to excellence, you know.
Yes.
The mottos from our schools. They heard truth, only partial truth. They are not a lie, but they just don't capture the whole story.
Yes.
And you may think they're just statements, slogans, but they represent mindset. The mindset of thinking solo, solitary, you know,
yes.
that Spider-Man, you know, that solitary champion.
The hero,
the person who makes it on their own, you know, begins to look like it's. But have you seen the culture of the wealthy? They travel very far to attend the second birthday of a very tiny kid of their friend.
Yes.
Flying all the way to Australia for birthday of
a 2-year-old.
You know?
Yes.
And you see very high-ranking people stopping you. Yeah, the MD is not around. He's attending birthday for his friend's child.
Yeah.
In South Africa.
Yeah.
That's not just a birthday. It's furnishing a relationship. It's furnishing a relationship, making an investment in relationships. And when you look at people who understand life, the one thing you would be surprised by is how they allocate their time. They have few but deep relationships, then wide array of acquaintances and people you can help each other. Some people are just acquainted, you're not doing life together.
Yeah.
But you have good such a rapport, you once met and helped each other at some point. So that there remains an understanding. That's why when those people call for an event, a huge attendance shows up. Because they have attended to people when there was no reason. So people attend to them without a reason. Remember that man who died and 25 years later after leaving his company? After leaving work, many people showed up. How do you remember good deeds 25 years down the line? Because they are still alive in you. This person helped you cross a difficult path. They defended you. They were polite to you. They were kind to you. So why are we discussing today? We are not discussing people pleasing. People pleasing is a weakness of inability to stand up for yourself, wanting to be accepted by everyone. So it's a vice.
Okay.
People pleasing is that's a confusingly named word.
Oh.
It's just a vice that has a sweet name.
It has a sweet name, yeah.
But it's a vice, it's a weakness. Inability to stand up for yourself and to risk displeasing people, and inability to take rejection and take a no. So it's a general description for weak people who fear disapproval so much that they accept what they actually don't want to get along with the people.
There's some pride embedded in that, is there? In people pleasing?
No, it's fear. It's not pride, it's fear.
There's no pride at all?
Pride in terms of
can't take a no, can't take a rejection.
That will come from the other end of manipulation.
Okay.
But this one of yes is fearful.
It's fear. Okay.
Yes. And when you're a people pleaser, the family are the first predators because they learn you. Whenever they want money, you send. Whenever they want you stop everything, come. Whenever they want, so you babysit for everybody. All the aunties and all the sisters and all the, you babysit. Lily is very good. Hey,
Yeah.
Because you can't say no. You accommodate everyone. Your home is always the community house in Nairobi. Your car is a community car. And everybody takes, they never wear, they consume you. You want to be liked. They borrow your dresses, your shoes, everything, your hair. Then when you remove that hair, next it's me.
Everything.
They learn you that way. So here brother marries you, then he's struggling with all this chaos going on around your life.
Yeah.
And when he tries to teach you, he appears like he doesn't like your people. Because you want to be liked by everyone. You think this is not relational. People pleasing is another problem. That's not what we are discussing today. We are discussing how to win, important people into your life. Number one is you should become an important person yourself, all right? Important people don't connect with unimportant people.
Describe that, because when you say that, it might sound like I need to be wealthy.
Yes, I'm coming there.
Okay.
So the first trait is be honorable.
Okay.
Be a person of honor. When you're a person of honor, even when you're not significant in the ranking, the corporate ranking, in the importance of, in the scale of qualifications, even when you're still a new entrant, but you're respectful. Your language is clean. Lily, let me tell you, challenge any person to clean up their language and see how your life changes. Stop using curse words. Never talk ill on anyone. Don't expose people's flaws. Don't mention anyone in a gossiping. Never type another foul word, even when you're angry online. Don't diss people. Don't dismiss people. Don't call people daughters of this Jezebel. Don't use that language. Don't use Nebuchadnezzar. Whatever people use.
Why not? I mean, and I'm asking because sometimes it spices up your conversation, and then other times you use it for self-defense to assert yourself. So why not?
Let your language be seasoned with salt to bless whoever hears. This does not mean you don't express negative feelings and anger. It just means that you can be displeased, but you're displeased. You can express displeasure in a princely, royal way. When you talk in a masculine way, we always tell them, be a king, be a prince. Prince are people of honor. When you have a person of honor, there's a language you can't use. There's a way you can't talk. You can express displeasure by simply saying no. Actually, our Lord said to always say no or yes. Anything beyond that comes from the devil. So instead of don't tell people to, don't cast them off.
Okay.
Just say no. That's enough. You don't participate in that. In fact, when you are brief, it means you are more decisive. When you have to explain and argue, it means you are not even clear yourself, and you're emotionally easily disturbed. The first step to attract people of honor is to be people of rank in society, or to be liked, is to be a person of honor. The language and the words you use, even when you see like leaders, politicians who are hated by everyone, never take it upon yourself to attack them. Don't type those kind of words. Lily, remember, many people are talking all this trash because they're not going anywhere with life. You are going far, and one day you'll be scrutinized closely. People start following everything you ever posted. People start digging you up because they're angry that you're making it, and they're trying to make sure that they bring out flaw to show you're not all that good. Your solution always is to start by deciding early you're going to speak things you can stand up for, even when they're brought up again.
Okay.
Even if you're called, one person was being given a job, then they dug up a tweet 4 years before. But because she had posted something against this organization in a manner that was condescending, dismissive.
Ah, yes. It was dug out.
You get it?
Yes.
She could have said the same message she said there, in a polite and respectful way. You can disagree in a way that there is courtesy. I don't think this and this would have done. You can express your opinion, disagree with anyone in this world, in a manner that if you meet them tomorrow, you can still talk. That is the idea.
Right. Okay.
If you ever occupy that position, you're not embarrassed. If you ever find yourself trying to apply for that job, this world has become a village. We meet the same people. We meet the same people. You cross lanes every day. You want to disagree in a manner that is convictional. You say what you believe, but you don't say in an insulting way.
Right.
You say in a manner that is polite, respectful. When you put it that way, we can be enemies, sworn enemies. We just don't agree on anything. But I don't have time to call you names.
Okay.
I can say, gentlemen, I think we don't get along on this one. Sometimes people invite you for things that are way below you. Some of these upcoming wannabe TikTokers or social media influencers.
Yeah.
The things that they're talking to you as if you are someone else. And you don't tell them, hey, do you know who I am? Because they don't have perspective.
They don't have, yeah.
So you just listen and you say, imagine, I'm sorry, my schedule didn't allow. You refuse in a polite way. Later on, they may wake up to how absurd their request was.
Yes.
But you don't have to reject them with an insult. That's one of the laws of power Robert Greene explains. But you never reject people with an insult.
Okay.
You always reject people politely. In fact, if you can soften it with a compliment, when you have to, you should. But many times you don't have all that time. You just don't restrain yourself from blurting out. On the road, don't flare in a rage. Don't flare in a rage. Don't get into a tantrum. Compose yourself. Control yourself. Tantrum is not a sign of power. It's a sign of vulnerability and weakness. People think when they're throwing tantrums and they're hitting glass and that now they're exercising power. They're threatening people. No. You're just appearing how weak you are. The one way is to be honorable. When you're at work and you never gossip, you don't chatter like a monkey. You know, some people at work are very misbehaved.
Yeah.
They're very loud. They're just stuttering, laughing in an indecent way. They never keep quiet. Every time they're just talking, you know. And sometimes seniors pass by and you don't realize it. They just find you there chattering like a monkey and they don't have respect for you. What if you're calm and composed? You know this is not a social place. This is a working place.
Yeah.
I know where I'll catch up with my social friends. I know where we'll laugh and shout and scream and clap. There's a time and space for everything.
Yeah.
Here you're cool. You're working. You talk in a soft tone, professional tone. You maintain professionalism. When you go to government offices, because it's like there's no immediate supervision.
Yeah.
There's no immediate responsibility. That's when you see people in their worst behavior. They're supposed to be a receptionist. You're talking to them. They're chewing gum. There's a guy who mimics. Who plays mimicking their behavior.
Yes.
Just chatting in their mother tongue.
Yeah. Yeah.
They don't hear you. They are throwing you. It's so uncomfortable to be served there because they are throwing words at you in between chattering with everyone. So you have to listen to everything they're saying because they can't repeat to you because like that you are a nuisance, and they're seated at the office where you came to be served.
There's no excellence.
And no courtesy even.
No courtesy.
You know?
Yeah.
That's why many of them remain stagnant one place forever. One tiny position for 30 years. Because they don't have honor. When you're a person of honor, you dress differently. You carry yourself in a way that is, you are attentive to what you say, how you talk. When you find that kind of person, you notice them always. They always stand out. Irrespective of their age or anything else.
Yeah.
The way you see people having courtesy, they're greeting, they're saying, they're kind, and they pay attention. They may not be doing everything more or trying to please everyone, but that calm composure and that atmosphere is very attractive. Even when you have several to choose from, you prefer to work from that one.
Yeah.
That's a better teller. You know,
Yeah.
that's a better person to work with. Number two is, so number one, you be a person of honor. You're a person of honor means you do not become vulgar and you do not, lose yourself at work, and you don't join the groupings that have arrived. Some people have arrived. They have a lot of arriving mentality. You see, this is where they were coming to.
Yeah.
You are passing by. So you keep looking forward. And the second thing is you master higher people skills. Higher people skills we are distinguishing them from the other people skills. People skills have been called soft skills because they are not regarded as directly needed for work. That's why they are called soft. So the hard skills were
how fast you type, calculation. Yeah.
So hard skills was coding,
accounting,
the lawyering, the litigation, the technical. So technical was the one that was regarded as, this is a crucial one. The other ones you can, so they're called soft.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, they are not soft. They are not soft. There is needed. I wish we did not have to call one soft and one hard skills. We just call them technical and then social. That would be better.
Okay.
So in your mind, just know that what they train you to do for your work is technical skills. The technicalities of hosting show, keeping time, asking questions, maintaining direction, those things about your work directly are technical.
Right.
But the other social skills of how to communicate in a precise way, how to control your feelings, not to flare up every place, how to contain yourself, how to, the people skills of communication, negotiation, apologizing, learning how to get along with the people, learning how to gel in a group, working in a team. Those ones are very fundamental.
Yeah.
They're social skills, but they're very, very fundamental. But there's a higher social skill that you need now in order to approach senior people and to win their attention. One of them is curiosity. Curiosity may seem personal, but because teachers, the people you're trying to connect to, have mastered something, the one way to catch their attention, to say, Master, teach me your ways. Few people ever approach masters to say, the Nicodemus way, coming at night, tell me, what is the way? If you ever approach a great person, one time I get crashed, the home of a big man, it was a engineer, avionics engineer, and I just liked his fire, the way he had so much experiences, and I visited, and we talked from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m.
Wow.
Non-stop.
Wow.
He was so excited to see a young person who was looking for the way.
Yeah.
And when there was this guy who was coming from a pilgrimage, a religious pilgrimage, and he's going back home and he's trying to read the Holy Writ and he cannot make sense of it too much. Then Philip joins his caravan and interprets it for him. Then he goes home with full of joy. Sometimes when you are going on that pilgrimage to say, Master, what is the way? Have you noticed that all the big people, Robin Sharma, the people who are read in the world, have had some kind of pilgrimage looking for the way? Have had a seeking for the way. Bruce Lee had this slogan, the way of the intercepting fist. He played only a few movies, but they have been immortalized because of the excellence at which he did them.
Yes.
Many people who have had permanent impact on our lives had another higher curiosity for the way of life that serves the greater humanity and serves and lifts their purpose to beyond just mundane duty. Do you know when you remain bound to the ground with bills and duties, you are so limited. Your influence can't even reach wider. You're not even write a book. When you work normally, like a normal worker, you can't write.
You can't write.
There's no space in your life for writing. There's no space for reflecting even. You don't even know where to start. But when you start babbling, if you talk to a master, tell them, what must I do? What should I do to find the way? Then they tell you things that start churning in you. It is that churning that bubbles into a book. Many people write books that are dead on arrival. Nobody wants to read them. Because a book is coming from a dead life. Somebody's trying to make money out of nothing.
You too, you can make it.
That would be a good title if you have made it yourself. The one who's talking.
Yes.
Yes. But people, there's no life. You see, you can only pour into it what is into you, what is already in you.
Yeah.
A lot of times people are not curious enough to identify teachers who have gone a stride ahead. One guy caught one master when he was caught in a controversy. Something happened and he was caught in all these arguments and all that. But because he knew this master has done a lot, this was a business person, there was a problem in the city, and he had been caught between two groups that are wrangling. And he said, because I'd always wanted to know how this man lifted himself from normal life to build multi-billion business, I took advantage of that time because I knew now I could access him. And because he was used to journalists just coming to ask him the questions of what is going on. When I showed him up there, I was a journalist, but I was just coming to learn his ways of life and business. He said we spent a whole day.
Wait, you've been a journalist?
Not me.
Oh, okay.
I'm describing a guy who told me, who wrote a book, how he ascended himself.
Okay. How
he learned one skill. And this basketballer, retired basketballer, was said he learned a simple tip from Jeff Bezos. He said, don't just look for business ideas. Don't just look for, which idea can make money. He was told to look for a problem.
Yeah. A
problem that affects most people and solve it in the best way you can. Money will follow you. So he followed that simple philosophy. And he said his income quadrupled. But many people are obsessing over the money itself, not the problem that is shared by many people. So I'm just using that kind of language and saying the first higher skill is to be hungry and to look at masters who have achieved something and learn to knock at their door. Sometimes you don't get personal attention. Personal attention sometimes is difficult to get. But if you start by consuming their books, because by the time you meet them, you should have learned so much of what they teach that you can think on their level. You can vibrate on their level. They don't have to teach you fundamentals. And the second higher skill. So number one is to have a hunger that makes you identify who can talk to you, and then to consume their material. They realize you are they like you already. They start. When I was young, I was sent to the home of a rich man, or the rich man in the village, by my dad to ask whether he wanted to buy something my dad was selling. Okay. And when I reached at the gate, I saw something that looks like a bell, because there's nowhere to knock. But so I pressed the thing. It sang. Somebody talked the other side. It rang a sweet song. I still remember it was enjoyable. So, as a boy, you're enjoying everything. Very curious.
You're like, wow.
So,
it seems.
And somebody talked the other side. I talked more like a phone, and I explained, and I could not. We heard of the wealthy man. We just never had met him. I did not know that would be a life-changing thing for me. I did not know that would be an inspiration. It was a talking doorbell that really talked to me, and so a quick conversation there. But at the end of it, he was surprised how I could use that gadget, and a lot of people could not use it.
Oh, they would get dumbfounded and freeze.
Because I saw a button and something that sounds like a speaker, more like a radio. So I just pressed then and said, "Hey, you young man, how old are you again?" I was in lower primary, just But when he complimented my ability to use something small, to attempt and make it work, it is clicked something in me. So the second quality, the higher social skill, is initiative. When they see you having experiment or urge to try things, in fact, the first question they always want to know is how much of things you have tried. How much of what is your effort? A lot of people are just seated and they want help, but they're not moving things on their own. So you don't know which direction to help them. Whenever you touch something, somebody, I've once kept this, I tried that one, how did I know? I learned the other. A person who has initiative and restlessness to try, that is the nature of all the great people you're trying to attract. They came here, this business that is right, it could be the 10th or 20th business. They kept trying. They were so restless. Attempting this, attempting the other. They registered this course, they didn't like it, they changed quickly. They make more mistakes, but they are quick to correct the mistakes. Only that there are people get addicted to mistakes because it took you so long to make the mistake. You can't just walk away now.
That's us.
Yes.
For real.
How long? No.
We've invested too much in this mistake.
So you start even arguing whether it's a mistake really. You start even quarreling.
We want even to correct it. And no, it's not a mistake. No.
But the ease to wrap up the lessons. Quitting is for winners because sometimes they quit when it is no longer worth investing. There's a kind of quitting that shows decisiveness. Okay, not the quitting out of fear and lack of energy. There's persistence, but when they realize this is no longer sensible to continue pouring into, they leave so they can take that energy elsewhere. Have initiative, have the ability to try things, and when you talk to them, you can sense, you can show them things you've tried and what you've been trying. In fact, a lot of the experience, these young people complain, I tell them, when you can mention there on your CV things you've tried, just participated, just showed up. This marathon, the other community environmental day, just find small things there, and you could have certificates here and there. Just that, it shows you are very engaged. In college, you participated in this marathon for raising funds for wheelchairs for disabled. I attended this children's home. These are the photos. A list of this person was engaged. This person was doing a lot. You see those certificates that seem like they're just nothing. Sometimes they really break the deal, the tie. The third thing you need in order to attract people you need in your life, again, is charisma. So we said higher people skills involve hunger, they involve initiative, they are more. but I just want you to study. Sometimes I just provoke you to pick what you need to study. There are many other higher people skills like managing small money in a way that makes you look like you have money. It's small, but you dress well, you're collected. That's a social skill. It looks like financial, but it's more social. If you're always broke and you can't move, you're always borrowing and debt, it damages your relationship. But if you never borrow anyone, you're contented with your... People begin now to think you're very rich. You attract respectability. You're not rich, you're managing well what you have. You have learned how to live. There's a contentment there that is very attractive, makes you look composed, and makes you look easy to deal with. When you get a person who must get advance, who must borrow, who must get the other one, who cut corner the other one. You know, some people don't steal because they are thieves, they steal because they are disorganized financially.
Yes.
They get into so much debt that you can't trust them with your money now. And you said faithfulness has levels. Some people are faithful and the money in front of them, it's not that much.
Yeah. Oh, okay. When it increases.
Yes, when they see a chance of changing their lives. Haven't you seen those people who are so honest throughout, and then one time you hear they're in court for fraud? They lost their jobs for stealing. They're having all these cases, and the rumors are very ugly, and you're wondering, this person was never that kind of a person. They were an accountant accounting for small circles, small money, small businesses. When they were placed under big five, when now they were moving millions, they could see, if I get 10 million here, my life will change. Now the temptation overwhelmed them. Some people are not absolutely faithful. They're environmentally, conditionally faithful. All right. And some people don't cheat, as we said, because nobody else wants them except you. Until they're exposed to other people. That's when you can tell. What is charisma? Now, charisma, Lily, is the one thing that can give you currency. It's like the currency of the world. Charisma is a form of energy that makes you stand out. Charisma is when you polish your language. It's when you can be more... You can learn to smile. You can master body language. You can dress more elegant, beautiful. It's when you can engage with the people in a social. Do you know the high-end etiquette of 5-star hotels? It's pure charisma there. We like to split it into how to handle cutlery, but when you finally look at a person who is fluent in operating there, what do you see of them? You can use one: charisma, polished, higher mannerisms, composed, confident. I want you to master charisma. People will ask you, "Hey, you young lady, you look so confident. Tell me about yourself." That's a very senior person who just noticed how you're flowing among the Villa Rosa Kempinski meeting. It's a tea after the meeting, and you're there mingling, dressed well, confident, greeting, and so they think you're someone senior somewhere. Only they realize you're a future senior person. Is that now?
Future.
It's because you've learned the charisma of high-end life. All these people don't hang out in the common bus matatu stage. So you must learn how to operate the aircraft mannerisms, because they fly more. You know, you must learn how to operate in the higher hotels, because that's where they hang out. The people who can change your life are not found in the crowds. They are not found in the crowds. Charisma means you learn to. We started with honor. Charisma also involves honor, but it involves magnifying your personality to look larger than life. This is not flamboyancy and being egotistical and dreamy. It's about dressing well and as if you're someone important. Walk as if you're famous. Someone famous. Just imagine you're someone famous in your head. Your head does not know the difference when you're pretending and when it's real, by the way. It produces the same energy. So pretend you're someone important. Pretend you're someone famous somewhere. Act like that's the first formula to become princely. You assume you are sought after, and you carry yourself as if. But just carry that aura. Everybody assumes you're someone important somewhere. Sometimes you see people you don't know, but you can sense there's someone important. The way they're dressed, the way they're composed, the way they're self-assured. Are you aware that Christopher Columbus did not have any royal networks at all?
He didn't
have any. He did not even have any reason to propose those voyages around the world. He was not connected to any royal family. He started by what I'm telling you, charisma. He wanted to be networked up there. And his father was a normal shoemaker. A normal guy in the market. low cadre of workers. But Christopher took the method, what Robert Greene calls be royal in your own fashion. He became royal, he decided he's royal. So, because now in his mind he has convinced himself he's royal, he started attending parties for royal people. That's when he actually connected with the royalty and married among them. Now it became official that he is now connected.
Yeah.
So using that now, he started asking for financing. Only governments could finance his voyages. They were very expensive. And because you want free grant to explore new lands.
Yeah.
And finally he got the financing because he started by purely believing he was someone important. Lily, it starts there. You're looking for important people. Humility does not mean looking down on yourself. Does not mean behaving like you start taking away from yourself. No, you can be humble but aware that you're royal, and you carry yourself so, you dress so, walk so, talk so, have that expression. Don't let stress and worry show on your face, and start to mingle where they belong, where they are. Appear on their pages, appear on that place, learn, comment with respect, learn, take up what they'll pick on you. You look smart and you're sensible. This generation does not have people like you. In fact, my friend used that policy, and men came to him to just advise their sons because he's doing what they've been telling their sons to do. Carry yourself well. He was doing small things, the beginner level. According to those millionaires, you are still on the beginner level. Yes. But the efficiency with which you are doing it, and you don't need supervision, you're polite. Young man, come on, come. So he was invited for tea. He came here to work. But every time he's taken to high tables by those rich men, where do you come from? Do you know I have a son of your age, and I'm wondering, you are different from your generation. What is that? That man worked on his charisma. He was polite. Right. He would be efficient and straight to the point. He wouldn't nag for payments. There's a skill operating high people with high-end people. Yeah. He wouldn't call them for, because for you 100,000 is the world, but to them it's pocket change.
Yeah.
So he got that understanding that you should not nag these people. You should calculate your mathematics. Put terms that if they pay you 50%, you can work. After that, you know that even if they disappear at the 50, I'm not at a loss. And I know I can't get these people. Where they hang out, you can't even access. There's police at their gate. So you come in, which police? So it's to say, if you work on a higher level of charisma and you learn to carry yourself well, don't dress bare minimum. This generation does not want suits. They invented this broken kind of suit. Yeah. Because I tried to get their liberty, freedom. Yeah. But don't take this too far to mean you're always casual. Okay. You're always in t-shirts, always in open shoes. Yeah. Get whatever that society perceives as formal dressing, familiarize with it. Whatever your culture perceives it. Because people will understand it that way. Yes. If you look casual and you appear just easy, replaceable, you need listen to people like Vusi Thembekwayo. He teaches business from South Africa, but he's very advanced. He has really done it well. Go to guys who teach that personal packaging and etiquette, and let me tell you, even you can't resist those kind of people. Right. It's a young person, but you feel a need to affirm them. They're in a group of many, but you call them aside. I see what you're doing. You're standing out. You're keen. You're careful. You are obedient. You're polite. I see this. It will pay off. Stay at it. How many times have you done? For a person who do not even call you attention, but you saw how they're carrying themselves. A young person, tell them, keep this path. It will take you far. Yeah. Don't mix these other people who are just trashing people, gossiping, seniors. I don't know. They give you an attitude. There's girls who they don't say anything, but the attitude they give you. Yeah. They look. They drag. You send them and they drag around. Yeah. Even a soldier at the gate, drag you to open the gate, to punish you there, to keep you waiting, to feel powerful. You feel good when a soldier jumps to attend to you. They open on time and salute, and you feel
they're conscious.
Yes.
The conscious living.
Exactly. Right. Yes. That's a skill, yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful show. I won't add anything to it. Thank you so much for inspiring us so much. You continue talking to us, I'm sure, in future shows about charisma. Correct. Yeah. Thank you all for watching. See you on the next episode. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heart Months. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life,